il y avait vraiment ouais.
Hi everyone, welcome to the CeBIT 2014 and the Samsung Printing Solution Press Conference. Thank you very much for joining us today. As you know, we have prepared this conference to talk about ever-changing consumers' needs in the fast-paced industry and share Samsung's business strategies and product line-ups for 2014 that will bring innovations to the industry and satisfy various consumers' needs. Through this conference, we will have a chance to share our insights on the industry trends and get a better understanding about our visions. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Kyo Kim, the Executive Vice President and the Head of Samsung Printing Solution Business.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great pleasure to finally get to meet all of you here at CeBIT 2014. Thank you for your participation. To date, Samsung has played a leading role in technology innovation. The history of Samsung in itself represents the IT trend history. I am sure you have witnessed how Samsung is enriching the lifestyle of many consumers across the globe with products like innovative TVs and mobile devices. Since we started the printing business in 1982, Samsung has been the forefront introducing a variety of innovative products that have set the trend in the IT industry for the past 3 decades. By launching laser printers at affordable price with easy-to-use and eco-friendly features, we were able to establish laser printers as an essential home appliance. Our continued innovations in the B2B sectors also have enabled us to enter the A3 copier market with our own technology. This market has had no newcomer for the past 3 decades. With the advent of smart devices in 2010, we have introduced a variety of innovative mobile printing solutions to the market. In 2013, we launched the world's first NFC-enabled color laser printer, which created a strong momentum for Samsung to solidify the market leadership in the mobile printing world. It was a remarkable footstep to realize Samsung's vision to help people enjoy the seamless and intuitive lifestyle with the convergence of our product. Such accomplishments allowed us to generate fruitful results in 2013. Now, we are focusing on the development of software solutions for small and medium businesses. We have introduced Business Core Printing Solutions, BCPS, developed by the collaboration with Global Software Center, which is our in-house software engineering laboratories located in Russia, Poland, India, United States, and so on, responding to the local trend in each market. It was designed as a serverless solution, aiming SMB users cost saving and more efficient business management. Also, we have released it as an open platform, XOWeb, to provide our business customers, varying in size and industry, a wide range of solutions. By offering customized solutions and responding real-time to market needs, Samsung is expanding its presence in the global market. With the success of our B2B business in the public sector and the financial institutions, we hold second place in Europe with 22% of market share. Also, the number of our global channel partners has increased 63% compared to 2012, illustrating the rapid expansion of our business partnerships. Especially here in Germany, we became the first printer company in late 2013 who has acquired the new Blue Angel certification. Also, we won the renowned IF Design Award for 3 years in a row. Our remarkable results do not end in here. Looking into 2014, we are confident that our industry-leading performance in the printing market will continue. We are expecting that the printing needs in the B2B market will continue to rise as market conditions around the world forecast positive signs. Samsung proposed Document of Tomorrow to meet the needs of B2B market. Today, our B2B customers' demand in the printing market goes beyond simple document printing to wider applications. With the increased use of electronic document, the necessity for easy to use and efficient digitalization has grown. In addition, the introduction of mobile office and bring your own device policy has made it essential to get mobile printing solutions equipped with security functions. As a response to this trend, Samsung would like to share our vision, Document of Tomorrow, and the supporting service, Samsung Cloud Print and Future. With Samsung Cloud Print, business customers can enjoy the seamless business experience on any device, anytime, anywhere. They can create, share, edit, and print their documents not only with their printing device, but even with their mobile and display device. We promise that Samsung Cloud Print will present a new business experience to all. Now, it is my great pleasure to introduce Angel Boyd, a senior analyst at IDC, who will tell us more about trends and insight in the mobile printing market from IDC's point of view. Please join me welcoming Angel Boyd.
Good morning, and it's my pleasure to be here and share with you some research and IDC insights about mobile printing, scanning, and document management. To do so, I'll quickly run through the methodology of our research. Then I'll share with you some of the insights and what users told us about their mobile printing needs. And then I'll share with you what this means to the market as a whole and really set the stage for Samsung's detailed presentation of their cloud print offering. We did a very large survey of over 19,000 end users of smartphones and tablet, as well as a control group of non-users, so we could compare them. We looked at their needs in very, very closely, as well as weighted the data so that the population of all users of print devices in the consumer and the business world. So let me share with you what we found. Who is the mobile device user? What we found is that they tend to be younger, male, and a higher income. In business, they tend to have executive level titles, come from the IT department, HR department, purchasing departments, and operations. They also tend to work from more they're more likely to work from non-traditional locations in addition to traditional locations, such as on the road, as well as work from home. And surprisingly, they said they were more likely to view documents in print than on their devices, which we think is because of the small screen size. And finally, from what's driving their print needs, it tends to be because of travel, or they have recently found that their devices could actually print, and so they're printing more because of that. Print as a whole is a mature industry, as many of you probably know. On the left, you'll see IDC's forecasts for total print volume. And there you can see the growth is pretty flat. On the right, you can see the mobile print volume, the prints that come from mobile devices like smartphones and tablets. And there you see much higher growth rate, part of which is because it's a very small market today. Most print today is done by business users, and mobile devices are still not heavily used in business today. Probably 80% of devices tend to be consumer driven, only about 20% worldwide are used in business. But it's a fast growing market. So if we look at the consumer space, what exactly are they printing from their mobile devices, and what's driving their print from these mobile devices? Well, if we compare the non-mobile user, in other words, a user who does not use a smartphone or tablet as a consumer, versus those that do use smartphones or tablets, what's increasing their print is fairly similar. You can see the line and the bars are fairly similar, with a little bit of an exception in terms of the red dots. These are the applications that the smartphone and tablet users say that year over year they're printing more, and this is happening more so for them than the non-smartphone tablet users. Things like maps, credit card statements, coupons, travel documents. These are the things that are driving their print, the mobile users' print needs. If we turn to business, we see a very different story. There we see that the bars are the total printing being done from PCs, and you can see the bars are much higher than the lines. The lines represent the smartphone and the tablet users. But what's interesting is that even though the smartphone and tablet users are printing less, or less likely to print these applications, what we see is that they're doing some pretty serious applications. Tablet users are printing things like insurance documents, documents used in manufacturing, sales, even things like drawings and designs, web content. Smartphone users are printing things like contact lists, emails, intranet or web documents, social media output. So there is a need for print, clearly. In fact, there's not only a need for print, but what's happening is mobile devices are creating a need to have information always available, anywhere, anytime, from the mobile device, whether it's a smartphone or tablet. And that is driving a need to capture content, scan content. And in fact, among these users, we found that scan was increasing at an even faster rate than print. What we found also in our research was that the smartphone users and the tablet users were quite vocal in their complaints about not being able to print from their mobile devices. And in fact, we found among smartphone users, 53% of them indicated to us that they did not know how. So there are two problems. One is that did their company or they themselves in their home enable print? Were they able to? Was the technology available? And then secondly, did they even know it was available to them? And that's what this 53% shows, that many of them did not even know how to do it. So there's a huge need to educate them on the simplicity and the availability of print from their smartphones. We saw something similar with tablet users, not as extreme. Here we saw 36% of tablet users telling us we don't even know how to do it. So what does this all mean for the market? Well, clearly mobility, smartphone and tablets specifically, are driving the need for new document processing. And what we find is that there is a need to have anywhere, anytime access for printing and scanning, seamless sharing and collaborating of documents, end-to-end business workflows. It's not just enough now to print it or scan it, but it's also a case of can I complete the process, trigger the workflow from my smartphone or tablet. Without this, employees and company productivity is going to be seriously impacted if organizations don't acquire the technology and educate their users how to do all this document processing. So mobile printing is clearly growing and has unmet needs. I think many thought that these devices would mean there was no more need to print because they could now access documents easily from their mobile devices. In fact, what we found is that the users are telling us they need to print. You can see on the upper left the percent of smartphone and tablet users who are telling us that they were printing back in 2011, 2012. And those same users, when asked about 2015, even higher percent of them expect to need to print out into the future. They want it to be easy and seamless. They don't want to turn on their PCs to print. They don't want to have to ask IT to help. And they want to self-educate very simply on how to print. They want to print everything they could normally print from a PC and new applications as well, because what they're telling us is that they're doing new types of applications on their devices. They're scanning new kinds of documents, which in turn is driving a need to occasionally print that captured and digitized content. So the document of tomorrow is here, and there are clearly a need to enable the seamless printing, scanning, and document management in a mobile way. It must be secure, especially for corporate use, whether that corporate use occurs on-premise or in satellite offices or for the home worker. And it must be intuitive so that every user can do this very easily without IT's help. And with that, I thank you very much for your time and attention.
Mobile technology keeps users and devices seamlessly interconnected at all times, from anywhere. The cloud is making this happen. Now, documents can be created, shared, edited, and printed from mobile devices through printers intuitively. Create documents using voice, hard copy, or photo capture documentation. Share created documents remotely from anywhere. Modify, reshare received documents. Then, recognize the document type automatically for format optimization and print. Manage confidential document flow within the highly secured cloud. This is the document of tomorrow. This is the future Samsung is creating. Samsung Cloud Print.
I am certain that the SMB consumers' increased needs for printing will become a new opportunity for Samsung printing solutions. Now, Paul Fox from Samsung EPO will introduce a brand new concept of cloud printing, even Samsung Cloud Printing.
Hello everybody. I noticed from my press pictures I'm wearing exactly the same outfit today as I did in this, which was not intentional, but I think note to self, I should buy a new tie when I come to these things, right? It's great to see you all at CeBIT 2014. For Samsung, this CeBIT is actually a little bit of a departure. You just have to look at our stand, which I'm sure you'll all have the opportunity to visit. It's double the size of the stand that we've had in previous years. And we focused 100% on the B2B sector. I guess this is something of a statement of intent in terms of how we want to move forward, because we believe the technology of business is really at an inflection point right now, and that printers are a crucial piece of evidence that illustrates how and why this change is taking place. Printers are increasingly becoming a core for devices for creating, sharing, and managing digital information. The paradigm shift has really two key drivers to it, and I think Angela outlined them: mobility and the development of cloud architecture. We need to print our digital documents on the move wherever we are, or where the people are we're working with, but this also needs to have the opportunity to take place instantly. The days of the printer as part of a client-server PC network we believe, are over. Today, printers are a key component of flexible printing services platform, centered on mobile and cloud architecture. And that's true from everybody, from the home office to the large enterprise customer. Here's how it's coming together. Our customers, especially SMBs, don't want to manage yet another IT infrastructure. Customers need solutions that are competitive and that allow you to demonstrate a clear return on investment. And we at Samsung offer printers, solutions and services that are both intuitive and play to the key trends within the IT industry today, especially in the areas of mobility and BYOD. Our innovation, as you've heard in the other presentations, has set the trend in the printing market. From the first mobile print applications and the launch of the world's first NFC printer. Today, I want to share with you our vision for the document of tomorrow. Now, here's what's at the heart of this vision. Firstly, more and more enterprises want to move their business towards a mobile infrastructure. Secondly, SMBs hate complexity. They want solutions that are really easy to use. And thirdly, and I guess perhaps most importantly, whatever the size of the company, they need to be able to manage and use their documents in a maximum secure way. So ladies and gentlemen, let me present to you Samsung Cloud Print. This cloud-based service will allow customers to create, edit, and print documents anywhere, anytime, whether it's from a PC or from a mobile device. And it's collaborative. Documents can be shared through the address book of your device with an intuitive user interface that works really just like a messenger app. And it's got enterprise-grade security built into it, with Samsung's KNOX security platform and full data encryption. So let's look at how this simplified sharing process works. For starters, you don't need to download a driver anymore, so there's no fiddling with any PC settings. And to share a document, there's no need to type an email address. Instead, just use the contact details that are stored in the address book of your mobile device. So Samsung has a clear roadmap for its cloud print services, from a public cloud service for individual users to a corporate solution for companies that need extra security. We offer a broad range of integrated cloud solutions. So let's first have a look at SOHO, small offices and home offices. Here, the Samsung Cloud Print solution allows users to share and print documents easily using the address book. And with Samsung Cloud Print, it's possible to take an inspiring picture or a photo of a whiteboard during or after a brainstorming activity and send it straight to the printer in your office. You may be still on the road, but your team gets the opportunity to get the print out and get stuck into the work ideas before you get back. Or how about this? You've got a sales rep who's with a customer. She's asked for a copy of a particular page of a sales catalogue. Not a problem, of course, if she's got the document saved on her phone or tablet. She can send it directly to the customer's printer. Another clever function, your customer signs the order form. You can scan it with your multifunction printer, and from there it goes straight to your warehouse, which ensures that there's immediate fulfillment of the business activity. For small and medium-sized companies, we're introducing Samsung Cloud Print Pro. It's great not just for printing and sharing, it also makes it possible to collaborate on documents seamlessly and intuitively. Users can now create, share, edit, display, and print via the cloud. And it's not just the mobile that connects to the printer. Through the cloud, it works for display devices too. For SMBs, of course, Samsung Cloud Print Pro makes it possible to turn any office into a smart office. Collaboration becomes intuitive and seamless, all the way from creating the document to printing it. So imagine you're rushing to a meeting and you need printouts. Well, you don't need to go back to your PC. Open the document or scan or upload an image. Instead, you simply start the Samsung Cloud Print app with your smartphone. You select which colleagues need the document and which printer that you want it to send to. In just a simple few clicks, the documents are with your team, giving them enough time to read the information for a fruitful discussion, all without the need to remember their email addresses. Or imagine that you've written down some notes or made a sketch that requires you to share it with the team instantly. With Samsung Cloud Print, this becomes incredibly easy. With just one tap, you can add a nearby printer to your list of devices and then simply hit print. Just dial the recipient's phone number, scan the document, and send it instantly to your team using the Samsung Cloud Print app. Of course, if your colleagues then want to print the document, they don't have to download the file to their computer first. With a simple tap in our Cloud Print app, they can review the document, and if they want, they also have the opportunity to print it. But you don't now have to commit everything to paper. From the app, it's easy to show the document on a screen in your meeting room. Meetings don't have to be about shuffling paper. Make it digital, make it productive, with the help of the Samsung Cloud Print app. And during the meeting, if you've got a good idea and you need to type a note onto a slide, just use the app to capture the thought to make sure that absolutely nothing is lost. After the meeting, the discussion has reached a conclusion. You don't have to go back to your seat and turn on your PC to send the final creative to the printer. Through Samsung Cloud Print app, revised creative could be directly sent to your design team for their review. Of course, one of the top priorities for any company now is going to be security. Samsung Cloud Print offers great data security. It starts with SSL encryption for our cloud services, but it gets even better. Because on Android, the Samsung Cloud Print app is fully compatible with KNOX, our secure platform for Samsung Galaxy devices. KNOX isolates the enterprise data and applications in a secure container that extends all the way to the printed documents. But as I mentioned earlier, we'll go beyond that. Our next paradigm shift will come with our Solutions and Services Cloud Platform. With Samsung devices, you know that they offer a great end-user experience. With the launch of the Samsung Cloud Platform, the added benefit will be that they also connect directly to the cloud to access cloud services and solutions that were not available to them before. On a customer level, all the devices at particular customer sites will come together as one on Samsung's virtualized hosted cloud service. It's an incredibly powerful solution because the Samsung Cloud Platform comes with a fantastic platform API. It will allow systems integrators and solutions providers to offer specialized and verticalized solutions and services. And as I mentioned before, thanks to our integrated service, customers can now manage a broad range of printing sources under an integrated cloud platform. The Samsung Cloud Print app will launch in the second half of this year. First as a free application downloadable via Google Play for Android OS and on the Samsung App Store. And a little later, one of the applications will also be available on the Apple Store. The Samsung Cloud Print app will be compatible with our new A3 copier multi-express series and the new mono and color laser MFP printers with embedded NFC, the C1865 series and M2885 series. Printers that will also be launched during the second half of 2014. We'll offer firmware upgrades on the network products that were previously launched so that the app could be used with the products retrospectively. With the increased use of mobile devices and its continuous growth in business, the market demands printing solutions that are ready to grow with the company's needs. Samsung Printing Solutions believes in this vision for the document of tomorrow, and we're making it possible through Samsung Cloud Print and our long-term business strategy. Our B2B customers will enjoy a seamless business experience, while our channel partners will be able to create new business opportunities. I thank you for your attention, and I hope you enjoy the rest of CeBIT 2014. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Paul. Really impressive. Let's try the Samsung Cloud Print at our CeBIT booth today. You will be able to experience the intuitive cloud-based solution which enables you to print documents and photos on smartphones and digital camera. From now on, there will be a 10 minutes question and answer session. Samsung representatives who will answer to the questions, please come up to the stage. Dr. Ki-ho Kim, the Executive Vice President and Head of Samsung Printing Solutions, Mr. Sung-Won Song, the Senior Vice President of the Strategy and Marketing Team and at the Samsung Printing Solution, Mrs. Hai-Sung Ha, the Vice President of the Product Strategy Group at Samsung Printing Solutions, Mr. Casey Kim, the President of Development Planning Group at the Samsung Printing Solutions, and finally Mr. Paul Fox, the Director of Sales and Marketing of Samsung EPO. Is there anyone who has a question?
Hi, I'm Carlos Argueta from Europa Press in Spain. Is there any plans for release the app for Windows, Windows Phone or Windows 8?
Is there anyone who will answer to it?
It will come after the Apple iOS support. Likely the end of this year or the first of next year.
Any question? Over there? Yeah.
So is this new standard open standard that other vendors can go in, or is it proprietary of Samsung?
It's still proprietary by Samsung, but we are participating in the MOPRIA Alliance. Then we will make it standard in the future.
When?
It's still TBD.
Over there, here in front. Okay.
Hi there, this is Athal from TechRadar Pro. I'd like to know whether there will be any overlap between KNOX Marketplace and the Samsung Cloud Platform that you just announced, or that you just presented, that is.
I don't believe we understood your question clearly.
So,
overlap?
Yeah, some sort of overlap, because KNOX also has a marketplace, and as far as I remember from the previous slide, you did have some sort of marketplace as well.
Right on.
Yeah.
So our app will be available, as Paul explained, in the Google Play Store and the Samsung App Store, and also the KNOX App Store for the KNOX version.
No, I'm talking more of the platform as is. So KNOX has a marketplace.
Right on.
And the Samsung Cloud Platform that I just presented earlier on.
Right.
What looks like the marketplace as well. So my question is whether you're going to have two marketplaces together. Two app marketplaces together.
So, as explained, the Samsung Cloud Platform app itself, the KNOX version, as well as the regular version, will be available in the marketplaces that we mentioned to you. Today, we don't have a plan for a separate marketplace.
Hello, I'm Maria Teresa Della Mura from Italy. Could you please clarify how can your channel partners benefit from these new solutions, please?
Let me try to attempt that. So We've spoken about Samsung Cloud Print and Samsung Cloud Print Pro, and then we also spoken about Samsung Cloud Platform, right? When it comes to platform, it'll be available to all our system integrator partners as well as channel partners so that they can participate utilizing this service to make available to their customer base. So this is not something that Samsung hosts directly, but it's with our partners.
Hello, Manuel Navarro from MIT Spain. I want to know why we have to wait 6 months more or less. Is it not so late because other competitors have similar apps? I think in HP with HP Print. What are the difference between HP application and yours?
Let me attempt that as well. So 2 questions I think you've answered. One was around timing, and second one around our differentiation. Timing is as we presented to you. So in the second half of this year, we'll make this service available. In terms of differentiation, you mentioned the competitions. The biggest one is the intuitive nature of integration with your contact database and being able to print by using the dial pad. Right? So that intuitive user experience we think is a big differentiation. Another one is obviously the features of not just printing, but also scanning and faxing. Right? And then the third one being, especially with the KNOX-enabled piece, really the client device being very secure, as well as the platforms that we classify for regular as well as the pro service.
Actually, we are sending our document to the person, not the machine. We are using a phone number instead of email. That's much easier to use. Also, we are going to, we send our document to the person, and then person can display or print it, or they can send it again. So it is quite different. Final destination is not the machine. Final destination is the person, and that person is going to display. We can use all the, devices Samsung can provide, like smartphones, smart device, any devices, including printers.
Nina Eichinger from Thomson Networking. As I understand, you have a new solution for UMTS connected devices. What's about Wi-Fi tablets and so on?
If you don't mind clarifying your question again. So we have this available for our smartphones, tablets, as well as...
Yes, the smartphones and tablets which are UMTS connected or 3G and so on, they have a phone number, but the Wi-Fi tablet has no phone number. How can I integrate them?
After this is done, we will come up with a mobile app which will not require the phone number to submit the document to print. As long as also you can connect your existing phone number without having to have your separate number.
Did that answer your question?
Hi, this is Miguel Ángel from Computer World Spain. I want to know how many services or solutions will be ready in the cloud platform in the second half of this year. Solutions and services of third companies.
So when we open up our Samsung Cloud Print platform, which are the services that will be offered from the third parties? That's your question. Starting, it'll be Samsung provided only.
Frank Grünberg, Infomark. Where are these cloud services hosted? Where are the data centers located? Are there any data centers in Europe or Germany even?
We are starting from the United States, Amazon. Then as we expand, we will definitely install the European data center as well. We are clearly aware of the Europe's regulations on the cloud.
Yeah, we will provide you with a microphone.
Fritz Jörn, freelance in Germany, technology interested. Now, printing, you expect a much higher quality when you see something on paper. Now, assume somebody scans something just photographing it and it's a bit distorted or the colors are bad and so on. Do you have a method of improving the picture on the way?
So are you asking a way to improve the quality for the scanning document?
Well, the scanned document, okay, is you know, not rectangularly scanned.
Oh, yeah,
something,
yeah, yeah.
you know, simple things.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And on the paper, you would like to see it, you know. Nearly.
Yeah, understood. Yeah, we actually in our internal R&D center, we have all those technologies, and also we are working with one of our ISP partners to license those technologies embedded into our products, like the de-skewing, making a better quality on the scan document. Yes.
We are working on new hardware technology to enhance the resolution of the scan. Also, we have our own SoC inside of our printers as well as copiers, so they can enhance the performance of the scanned image. I mean, the processing of the scanned images. So that's one of the big advantages compared to our competitors. So that will enhance our color resolution as well as the color, the gamut will be extended more than before. So maybe second half of this year, we are going to introduce much better color printing machines, which is enhanced by our software.
Some more questions from your side? Over there, please.
Mira Varga, freelance journalist. I still remember the CeBIT that you announced entering the printing business. I'm just wondering, you said that day that you want to become #1. How is your world domination plan coming along?
Who will answer? Okay.
Okay, first of all, just touching for the global, we have a clear vision to be a #1. But in the first place, in Europe, so last 5 years in a row, so we lead in just multifunction printer as a market share #1. So we have it will adapt, it just apply to the Europe and in the global. We have 3 main strategies. First one is just absolute differentiations. As we just introduced today, like a solution, service. So we are providing to our partner and then our just end customer for very differentiation to delivering the easy and convenient use. And secondly, just our real reinforcing and also the strengthening with our just SMB partners. So partners is always our first priority. So in order to support the SMB partner, organizationally, we are also just preparing our technical support, our service support, and also our training support, and the special partner programs. And then finally, what is our just Samsung's potential, the energy? We have other devices like LFD, tablet, all related to the B2B customers. So we are going to integrate all this, our just potential energy to offering to our customer. Not only just printing itself, but also all our Samsung's capable devices. This is our just the strategy. And then if we just fulfill all this just preparation, then sooner or later we can be the leading company in the solution.
Thank you. No more questions? Okay. Yeah, then if there's no more question, this is all what we have today. Again, we deeply thank you for your participation. We have arranged a tour of the Samsung booth, so please take the bus at the first floor. I hope you all enjoy the CeBIT 2014 and the rest of your stay in Hanover. By the way, the hall is number 2 and the booth is B30, and it will be convenient for you if you use the entrance in the north. Thank you very much once again for your participation.
Thank you.